Welcome back to Opinion Journal. I'm Mary Kissel. This month, Pope Francis marks his one-year anniversary as head of the world's 1.2 billion Catholics. How has he done in his first year? I've got Ethics and Public Policy Center fellow Stephen White joining me now from Washington. Stephen, Pope Francis is pretty popular. There's a recent Pew poll out that showed 85% of all Catholics view him favorably. How has he achieved such a remarkable number?
Yeah, stop the presses. Catholics like the Pope, right? Well, I think a big part of it is just his personal charisma and warmth. He's a guy who's easy to like. He has an obvious affection for the poor, for the least among us. And he has a way with people that people are, it's relatable. You know, they see him as a regular guy.
Stephen, he's viewed as a more liberal pope than Pope Benedict was, but has Pope Francis really changed the Church's views on things like abortion, contraceptive, same-sex marriage, or does he just package it in a different way?
Well, he hasn't changed those teachings, and he's not going to. He's a shepherd that's not afraid of the smell of the sheep, as he put it, but he's also aware that he's a shepherd of someone else's flock. The truths that the Catholic Church proposes to the world are not its own truths. The Church is the custodian of someone else's teaching, Jesus Christ's teachings. So the Pope even can't just change what the Church teaches. But the difference in style has really been remarkable. In fact, it started with Benedict XVI. His remarkable decision to resign sort of made it unthinkable that whoever came after him, and now we know it was Pope Francis, was going to sort of be a pope of business as usual. That just couldn't happen after Benedict's sort of shocking resignation. And so Pope Francis has taken the ball and run with it.
You know, I'm going to put up another slide about Pope Francis's priorities, at least how Catholics see them. Some 81% say his priority is to spread the Catholic faith. 76% addressing needs, concerns of the poor, as you discussed. But only 54% think that he's addressing the sex abuse scandals that the Church has suffered from for many years now. Stephen, how do you see this Pope's tactic? I mean, how is he addressing this very big problem for the Catholic faith?
Well, I think a lot of people know what the Catholic Church is against. I don't think that the Catholic Church struggles from getting people to realize that it teaches that this or that or the other thing is against church teaching. But what the Church hasn't been good at, and what Pope Francis is really focusing on, is emphasizing what the Church is for. That the Church's teachings on issues that tend to get a lot of attention in the media, for example, on abortion or contraception or same-sex marriage, those belong in the context of a much deeper, much richer tradition that the Church has to propose to the world about who human beings are and what their relationship to God is.
But Stephen, I'm going to press you again. Is he doing enough, in your view, to address these scandals that the Church has really suffered from?
On the specific issue of the sexual abuse scandals, yes. In fact, the Catholic Church has done more than any large organization in the world, and Pope Francis reiterated this point recently, to address the safety of children. This has been an ongoing challenge for the Church. Obviously, there were horrible crimes and sins committed. The Church doesn't deny that. The Church doesn't try and gloss over that. But the Church has done a great deal in the last years, including under his predecessor, Benedict XVI, to put procedures in place to make the reporting of such cases, to streamline the reporting of that, and to hold people accountable, not only within sort of under church law, but handing abusers over to political authorities and legal authorities in the nations where they come from.
Okay, well, it's been a remarkable first year. Ethics and Public Policy Center fellow Stephen White, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Mary.